Well, hello lovely people watching. It's nice to be back in the kitchen on the sofa, ready for another kitchen session. And I hope we'll have a lovely evening together. I shall burble, I shall sing some songs. Hopefully you've got a drink, maybe some cake or biscuit or cat or some crafting, a jigsaw, bit of knitting, spinning, who knows. To anybody who hasn't heard me before or watched me before, welcome, hello. I'm Talis Kimberley and I sit here in my kitchen and I burble and I sing songs. That's kind of what I do. The grey cat's asleep on the patchwork I keep on the rocking chair here in the kitchen. My new boots fit well, and as far as I can tell, I can wear them with the socks I've been knitting. I've opened a letter from my dearest friend that she wrote in the old-fashioned way. And I've smiled and I've sighed, and I've laughed and I've cried. Oh, I think I'll be keeping today. I put on some music I've loved half my life, and the bread that I've started is rising. The postman dropped by, so I made him some tea. He's a friend, so it's not that surprising. Hi Jim, that was the postman. I wrapped in some cake that was yesterday's bake, and the bread singing too in its way. And a dear child's been ill, but she's going on well. Oh, I think I'll be keeping today. Na 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 na, da na 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 na. I made something pretty. I messaged a friend. I bought wildflower seeds for the sowing. I looked in the mirror. My mother looked back. What she'd make of all this, there's no knowing. I've loved and I've lost myself too. I'm holding on tight to the small things, and as mine carry me, so may yours carry you, and bring better days into all of our keeping. That was Keepsake Day, which was the title piece of a kitchen session a year or so ago, actually. But it was shorter then because it grew a third verse, kind of accidentally, over this most recent winter when I was singing it in the kitchen and the next bit fell out my mouth, because songs do that sometimes. So I hope my friend Jerry Lynn will get to hear that at some point. Now, I'm going to tweak this thing I can see in front of me, and I'll look slightly spaced out for a moment, because what I can't see is whether any of you are there and whether any of you are saying anything. So that's all right, I'll just have a little fiddle here. Bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk to the cat. Talk to the jigsaw. Something like that. Because, aha, right. So thank you, Facebook. I can see me, or I can see the comments. So let me do something about that. If I press that button there, yes, almost like somebody who vaguely knows what she's doing, then I can see me and the comments, which is even better, and I can see my lovely friends there. Thank you. Hello Helen, hello Emily, hello Maria, hello Ashton, hello Kathy, hello Ellie, hello Simon. Well, I know where you are because Simon's on the other side of the kitchen, so he's not very far away. Ooh, the technology. Hello Sean. Hello. Oh, so many. Okay, it's now scrolling faster than I can see people. Hello everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate it. So I hope you liked that one. That was Keepsake Day. I've got a kind of a set list. I might keep to it. This might be the night I keep to my set list, or it might not. Who knows? It's certainly the night I fling bits of paper on the floor, because that's what happens when I'm done with the lyrics. Down they go. Whoa. Now it's harvest time, so there's going to be a little bit of harvest stuff goes on in some of my songs. That's not going to surprise anybody here. I didn't write very many songs last year. This is one of the few that really came out of... No, wait, was it last year or the year before? I don't know. Time is very, very lumpy and muddled and messy right now, and has been since flipping COVID, hasn't it really? Hello Shelley, hello Shirley, hello Kerry Ellen. A set list is never final until the gig is over. I like your thinking. Absolutely. Jennifer, gorgeous. Lauren, oh my sweetheart, yes. Wonderful. Right, so this is about harvest, it's about small joys, it's about porridge and knitting, and my dear friend Nana Jean. It's called Gentle Saint of Bread and Butter. Nana Jean is stirring porridge, that's a blessing, goes both ways. Time to bring the gloves and hats and scarves out, as the skies are pewter grey. The harvest's not the best, last planting time not too much rain. Gentle saint of bread and butter and porridge, bless the grain. I hold fast to the little things now, they keep me on my feet. A tune to learn, a cake to ice, and it's something to complete. This is silent prayer I offer when I feel I cannot cope. Gentle saint of bread and butter and knitting, send me hope. Gentle saint of bread and butter and of things I can't explain, lend me hope and grace and kindness, bless the land and bless the grain. My faith's a kind of patchwork, with it I am well content. I believe that nothing's wasted where goodwill and love are spent. When I'm feeling lost and aimless, on a blue rock drifting nameless, in the vast immensity of space. Gentle saint of bread and butter, lend me grace. Gentle saint of bread and butter and of things I can't explain, lend me hope and grace and kindness, bless the land and bless the grain. When I hurt and when I'm hungry, when my heart is full with pain, lend me hope and grace and kindness, bless the land and bless the grain. Bless the knitting and the baking, bless the growing and the making, bless the patchwork and the porridge, bless the ground and bless the grain. Bless the hurting and the hoping, bless the crying and the coping, bless the dying and the grieving, bless the sunlight and the rain. Gentle saint of bread and butter, gentle saint of bread and butter, bless the grain. Bless the grain. It's kind of a bit of a theme tune for me, that, because it's got everything. It's got bread, it's got grain, it's got the land, it's got patchwork and knitting. It's also got a word to the dying and the grieving. I know a number of my friends lately have very sadly lost people dear to them, and so every sympathy and hoping for a clean path through the grief to all of you who are in that situation. Most of us have lost somebody over the last few years. It's been a rough old time. I'm really touched that some of you folks have said that you've missed these kitchen sessions and that they've been something of a comfort. That means the world. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I'm really glad to be back here. Yeah, it all kind of went to pot. The last one I did was just before my daughter was ill. She's fine now. And then it was just one thing after another, just sucker punch after sucker punch. And the stuffing went out of me. And it's taken me over a year to get back in the saddle. But there we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. So, what have I got next? Oh, yes, I have something to introduce you for this, which is tansy flower gets a mention in my next song, and I don't know if you're all familiar with it. I didn't know tansy for a long time. This is tansy flower, and you're not supposed to eat too much of it, but it can be used as a sort of a flavouring, I think. I guess a little bit like a poor man's saffron. Somebody who's a little bit more into their folklore and herbalism stuff will probably know more than me. Marina, if you're listening, and may pop something on the comment. I don't know, a recipe for something to do with tansy. But this, I got some in a little pot, like a little 3-inch pot from a herby place many, many years ago, and thought, a little bit of that in my garden, that'll be nice. My goodness, just don't. No, keep it in a pot, because it's rampaged all over the place. It's about as tall as me, quite a lot of it, which I know isn't saying a lot, and it's got these yellow flowers all over. Yeah, it's bold. It's very bold and brave, and goes all over the place. So if you do think of having tansy in your garden, keep it in a little pot, like mint. Though I can kill mint, which is anyway. That's a very long-winded way of giving you a big, big, big clue that my next song is kind of garden-based. So there we go. I knew I could rely on you. Helen, you can make a lovely tansy pudding, and Kathy has a medieval recipe for tansy pancakes. Okay. Well, I mean, I've got the tansies. I don't know if it'll post. What have I got next here? Oh, yes. I've got time for the capo. That's what I've got next. There we go. This is this little song that I haven't sung very often, though I believe my friends Morva and Alan in Canada have possibly sung it more than I have, which is a great joy and a huge compliment. I love when people sing my songs. Honestly, you don't have to ask. If you're going to go to a session or a folk club or something, or a folk circle or whatever it might be, and you think, oh, would Talis mind me singing her song? Talis would not mind you singing her song. Talis would love you to sing her song. Please sing her song. I'll even send you the words if you get in touch. If I remember. I'll try. And if I've got them written down somewhere. Okay, what do we got here? So, proud lovage and sweet tansy, the ladies of the bower, rule gently their domain here by foliage and flower. Feverfews their trusted chamberlain, chamomile their dearest friend, while yarrow and good lemon balm their fair court still attend. Dun, 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 dun. I'd say wave if you've got any of these in your garden. It would be more fun if I could see you, but you know, we can pretend. Angelica grows stately, bronze fennel stands beside. Here's Chervil and sweet woodruff, the bridegroom with his bride. Here's goldenrod and mace and thyme, demoiselles to summer's rose, and the seasons are the sweeter for this benison that grows. Da 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 da. Here's herbs to bring you comfort, and herbs to dull your pain. Come make their close acquaintance, their natures and their names. Here's herbs to calm your breathing, full ease and wellness bring. Here's as a gift to grace the garden, and cause enough to sing. Proud lovage and sweet tansy herb, the ladies of the bower invite you to their court here of foliage and flower. Ladies of the Bower. There we go. Nothing at all like Johnny Mitchell's Ladies of the Canyon. There we go. Right. Oh, yes. Now, I have a thing to show you. I actually have several things to show you. So I'll show you one of them, because having just had a really gardeny song, it's kind of appropriate to this. My dear friend Paul Pearson, who is a writer and all sorts of other things, has recently brought out a book. This is The Mountain and the Stream, okay, by Paul Pearson and Talis Kimberley. And let me tell you, this is Rural Animism and Pagan Practices. And I'm so excited to read this because it turned up in the post, thank you both of you, at just the right time. It's a conversation I've been having with myself because I keep writing songs about the land, and I've discovered in the last few years that that's not just a pagan thing, that's a people thing. And I know better now that people of all sorts of faiths and none can still have that, you know, that spiritual connection with the land. It's really not unique to pagans. So it's lovely to have a chance to explore a little bit of that. And I'm looking forward to lending it to some of the people who are watching me now. You thought, oh, first I'll read it, and then I'll lend it, and then I'll lend it. Yes. So thank you, Paul. Thank you, Talis. I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into that. I have a feeling it'll feel like the prose counterpart to an awful lot of songs that I've written in the last couple of years. So I'm excited for that. And oh look, there's, well, not so much a garden, but garden analogies in the next one. And I don't think very many of you will have necessarily heard this. It's, again, slightly lesser done. There'll be some brand new later on. And I started, of course, with some fairly familiar. But this is in that middle point of, you might have heard it, you might not. This is Seeds of Solace. I think we all need a bit of that right now, because it's being, and has been, a rough old few years. So we've got to hold on tight to the small things and to each other. These are not the days we wanted, these are not the times we choose. So much hurting in the headlines, so much breaking in the news. I'm a bag of bones and wishing, as we all are at the end. These are hard days for the makers. Where's the glory? Where's the spark? We are planting seeds of solace here. We're telling stories in the dark. I could lose my path beside you, drop the lamp that shows the way. Nettle stalks obscure the altar, my gods know I have strayed. I'm a neighbour, I'm a stranger, I'm a lover, I am a friend. I'm a bag of bones and stories, as we all are at the end. These are hard days for the makers. Where's the glory? Where's the spark? We are planting seeds of solace here. We're telling stories in the dark. Quite the smallest cup of kindness may suffice to show the way. Out of the heavy hopelessness and helplessness. Oh no, I'll do that. Take that bit again. I got in a complete tangle. Must have been the nettles from the early verse. You know, you stop to lick your hand and look for a dock leaf. And Quite the smallest cup of kindness sufficed to break the seal on the heavy hopelessness and helplessness we've come to feel. I'm a neighbor, I'm a stranger, I'm a lover, I'm a friend, I'm a bag of bones and grief and lies and stories, and we all that at the end. These are hard days for the makers, with our hearts all open wide. Oh, but if you shut the curtains on your soul, then even hope can't get inside. These are hard days for the makers. Where's the glory? Oh, where's the spark? We are planting seeds of solace here, and seeds untroubled by the dark. These are hard days for the makers. Where's the glory? Where's the spark? We are planting seeds of solace here. We're telling stories in the dark. We're telling stories in the dark. Keep telling stories in the dark. That was Seeds of Solace, and you know what? I've already messed up my set list. Yeah, looked at a thing, eyes glazed over, looked at the next thing, there we go. Yay! This is not the day that I play the whole set list. Right, I'm going to have a quick peep at some of the comments here. Thank you, Valerie. Oh, Kathy, right, yes. Jerry Lynn, you're there. So you got the extra verse of Keepsake Day is a song that I know Jerry Lynn is fond of, and I always love to sing it for her. So yay, you got to hear. Simon, thank you very much. Lovely. And Stoff, no, they don't. Absolutely. Seeds don't mind the dark. Okay, so now I'll backtrack to the set list and not move the capo after all. To one that very many of you have heard in a strange assortment of settings. I've sung this at science fiction conventions, and I've sung it in church many times, and I've sung it at a funeral. So apologies if this is a teary one for you, but I sing this one for Emma, whose words made the chorus. And as always, when I think of Emma, my face breaks into a smile, even if there are tears in my eyes. When I said earlier about wishing you a clean path through the grieving, I know that it's not that there are right ways and wrong ways to grieve, but it's so hard sometimes to find that path through where you can just honestly cry when you need to cry, and also have people to remember all the good stuff with. I think we need that. And when you don't get that chance, it can make it so much harder. So let's be better at giving each other space to grieve. And I wonder whether... would you like to tell me something about them? I know they meant so much to you. Would be a really valid thing to say to somebody who's grieving. I'm well now into the territory of, I believe my dear friend Maria at Avebury at St James there is planning to do an event, what they call a death cafe, to help us all to learn a bit more about grieving, about handling bereavement, about handling our mortality. I think that's a wonderful thing, and I hope I can find the chance to be involved. Anyway, so haven't got you all reaching for your hankies in anticipation. If you know this one and you want to join in, I won't hear you, but I can pretend I can. Beyond the beach, beyond the sky, beyond the sea, there is only love. There is only love, a restful place, some gentle grace and sanctuary. There is only love, there is only love. And on that shore where every one of us will stand, there is only love, there is only love. blessed infinite will hold us in its hand. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. And hope is love, and grief is love, and joy is love as well. There is only love. All else we leave behind, till only love remains to tell. We are thrown into life like pebbles in a pond. There is only love. There is only love. And still the ripples spread and grow when we are gone. There is only love. There is only love. There is only love. We sing it and we say it, and we show it while we can. There is only love. All else we leave behind upon that final shining strand. Beyond the beach, beyond the sky, beyond the sea, there is only love. 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 Yes, Lauren, it was, and thank you. Okay, well, this is a little less melancholy, though I actually think there's so much joy in that as well, because the best thing is where you get through most or much of the really, really awful, painful bit of the grieving. There is a place to get to where you can remember with joy and tears in your eyes and joy, and that's a good place to get to, and I will lifelong be thankful to Emma for teaching me that. So sometimes people leave us, sometimes things get left behind, sometimes we leave things behind. This one is new to almost all of you, and it's okay, we know we shouldn't really get too attached to things, right? But we do. It's not just humans, is it? I mean, we see, what is it? We see otters holding little stones and various birds, jackdaws and things, opening things with tools. So other creatures have things as well as us. Now, magpies collecting their favourite shinies, but we do get a bit attached to things. They're useful, they carry memories, and this is in that place. Now, the bits that are true, and the bits that are made up. And I'm not giving you any more than that, really. It's called Things I Left Behind. And I guess it's kind of in my, a little bit in my kind of an Americana. I know I'm English, but English Americana. So, yeah, Things I Left Behind. And this is new. Left my wheels in Indiana and my heart in Illinois. Left my childhood in Montana when I was a country boy. I could lose my way tomorrow, and I hate to travel blind. So I tell myself the stories of the things I left behind. There's a pebble in my pocket from the land we used to farm, the fields are where I left them, and I doubt they've come to harm. But the family's long scattered, even blood ties can unwind. So I tell myself the stories of the things I left behind. This is where I really want, I don't know, a harmonic instrumental. But I haven't got one, so you'll have to imagine. Daniel! I don't bank on second chances, but I'll wait if the time's not right, on a hilltop with an outstretched arm to tempt you from your flight. I can't promise you forever, but I believe in being kind. And there are hurts that now belong with everything else I've left behind. There's a jacket round the shoulders of a woman far away. When the path becomes a knife edge, there are songs that tell me stay. I could lose myself tomorrow, lose the thread and travel blind, but I'll hold fast to the stories and every clue that I can find. And they'll take me where you're waiting, and we won't leave anything behind. There you go. That's what happens when a biker friend says, yeah, so I had this situation and blah, 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 the bike, and so I left my wills in Indiana. And you go, I left my wills in Indiana. I really don't, no, I don't need a, but I imagine like a frog tongue for that. You watch what you say around me, or it'll end up in a song. Some of you know that. And some of you know that even if it don't end up in a song, you'll end up in a song afterwards, because I'll write a song and then something will happen and I'll go, oh, you were in that song. I wrote it before I knew you were in that song. Okay, is it time for another show and tell? I think it probably is. Yes. Right, just a couple of words on time travel, really. And it relates to things. So, huge thanks to my dear friend Moina, who is a very skilled leather worker, amongst other things, and jolly good at fixing stuff. I have this bag, and it's a nice bag, and it wasn't a cheap bag, and it was a handmade bag, but it was all wrong. And it was, when she'd mended it, she said there, it can make it out of the bottom of the wardrobe. And I said, Moina, it never even made it to the wardrobe. It stayed in the end of the stairs cupboard. That's how disappointing it was. Poor bag. Poor bag is much better now since Moina took the scissors and hole punch and things and made it lovely. But I realised I was so cross with it for not being the shape I wanted it to be. It's very silly, but yeah, so things we leave behind. Time travel, that's it. What I was getting at with that was I used to wear a bag in a certain way around my middle, and when Moina had fixed this one so that I could put it around my middle, just the action of reaching back for the strap and through the buckle, and it's like the way you put on a really favourite pair of shoes or boots, or the way you do up or undo your favourite guitar case or something like that. It becomes, your hands just do it, you know? And then you don't do it for 10 or 20 years. And then you do again and you go, ah, it's like time travel, just reaching back into the past for a little bit of you that you didn't realise you sort of lost. And then time travel came up again, and this is my friend Gillian's line, but it's a good one. So she recently zip-wired from one country to another, crossing a time zone so that she landed before she'd started. Cool, huh? My friends travel in time. I thought that was rather lovely. Okay, this is the gentlest of gentle, gentle, gentle songs. And it's one I love to sing, and it carries for me very much of this spring and strawberries in the garden and a cream tea and lots of fiddle playing. And it's called Heartseasy. When the day's full of tears, the good things are easy to forget. Each new crisis appears. We don't know how bad things will get. Hope is hard to hold on to. I sleep, but I wake up tired. I try to be useful, but I feel numb more than I feel inspired. Well, someday I will be Heartseasy. Is there somewhere I can be Heartseasy, all I want to be is heartseasy with you. And since we cannot rely for kindness on those who gather power, fellow pilgrims, our task is not to let cruelty turn us sour. We have to hold on to the belief that we'll make it home. God knows everyone's frightened and exhausted from trying to define the unknown. Oh, someday I will be heartseasy, you'll be here with me. Heartseasy, all I want to be is heartseasy with you. Bread and tea and blanket squares, candles, kettles, silent prayers, tiny purple joyful flowers mark our paths in sweeter hours, when I'll be heartseasy, you'll be here with me. Heartseasy, all I want to be is heartseasy with you. Someday I will be heartseasy, and you'll be here with me. Heartseasy, all I want to be is heartseasy with you. Oh, I like that little song. Heartsease, of course, being another little garden flower, and sometimes it appears in my garden and sometimes it doesn't. It goes away and then it comes back, and oh, and the sound is out of sync with the video. Well, I could do 3, 2, 1, which might help Simon to sync it up later when he's doing clever things with a vid, but I don't think I can do a lot about it now. I'm so sorry. Hey ho. Oh, Sean says mine's okay. So, I don't know, listen with your eyes shut. I'm not sure I can do that. I'm so sorry. Jerry Lynn, yes, it's grim, isn't it, when you wake up tired? Extra unfair. Quite right too. I know I'm not the only person hearing this who's a sleep apnea sufferer. That's happened since my last kitchen sessions. Yeah, waking up feeling tired. When I reached the point of 3 naps in a day, there wasn't a lot of day left. And now I have a CPAP machine, and it keeps me breathing when I'm sleeping. And this is good, so that when I wake up, I'm A, still alive, and B, able to function and live a day. And that's worth the comparative hassle of learning to deal with it, and the you know, cleaning this and fixing that and adjusting the other. And my particular go-to, I know people have their various things when they become CPAP users. My particular go-to is Maria Rambeau in the Captain Marvel film, and every other experimental fighter pilot kind of a person, so that, you know, it's mask up and you put the thing around your face and there you go off to fight the demons of sleep, you know, all night through dream, because that's what I do with my CPAP. that's my fiction anyway. It works for me. Jerry Lynn, so you too, huh? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you know anybody who does that thing where it's not just the snoring, it's the stopping breathing, it's the silence, no breathing, and then a great horfling snorfling, like they're starting to breathe again after they'd stopped, because that's what they did. Please, 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 please contact medical people and get yourself a sleep test, because sleep apnea is no joke. But CPAPs can make it better. You can have your life back and your energy back, and it's really worth doing. So there we go. I mentioned in one of my little posts attached to this a series of charities and things. Hope to Sleep is the charity in the UK here which supports people with sleep apnea, and they supply all sorts of useful little things to help them, just help it work a little bit easier on the face and so on. and it's run by a wonderful lady named Kath Hope, who herself has sleep apnea and she knows her stuff, and it's a good thing. So yes, I am one of those masked warriors at night now. It beats not having energy to do anything, really. Anyway, so I promised you Burble, didn't I? Oh, good. Oh, Spencer, they're synchronized for you. The longer you watch, the more they get out of step. So maybe the trick is go out of the screen, go away while I'm burbling and then come back for the next song. I don't know. Right, let's have another song. We did that. Oh, moving along quite nicely. This one's also very new now. This came out of something that my friend Terry said on Twitter, and again, yoink. And I promised you harvest songs, and this is a harvest song. Terry's comment was that we have different skills, but at harvest time everybody turns to, because that's what needs doing now. And he used the phrase all hands at harvest, or all hands at harvest time, and that was yoink. And Terry himself's very skilled crafter in all sorts of things. I know a lot of people who make things. Lots of you watching this are makers and menders and fixers and crafters, and which is good, because I sing about that kind of stuff. And if you're not, that's fine too. It's fine too. But this is all hands at harvest time. It's very new. We'll see what happens. I'll take a swig of water first. It goes up and down a bit, this one. It would need to, because if it goes sideways... No, we don't want songs to go sideways, because that's a euphemism for going wrong. Songs should go up and down, but not sideways. Diagonally, well, you're in trouble there. Too soon to harvest, says Robin. I want to do more with the summer. Yeah, I know, but a lot of things are just there. They're just there, really, aren't they? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. While one may weave and another spin, fresh hands complete tasks that you begin. One let the beasts out, one bring them in, but it's all hands at harvest time. One gathers wood, another's fire will burn. The craft is claimed, what the lathe will turn, and what they teach, be but willing to learn. And it's all hands at harvest time. And it's all hands at harvest time. From the reaper's rows to the gleaning line. In the barley fields, at the pumpkin vine. All hands at harvest time. All hands at harvest time. Who sharpens blades or tells the bees, who grafts and prunes all the orchard trees, however skilled you may be at these, it's all hands at harvest time. Who heats the iron and who shapes the tool, who measures wood by both high and rule, to mend the wheel, table, chair or stool. It seemed like a good idea at the time to write all of those things in. That's a line that may change. Next time you hear this, it'll be something else. It's all hands at harvest time. Wheelbarrows or kettles or something. And it's all hands at harvest time. From the reaping rows to the gleaning line. In the barley fields, at the pumpkin vine. All hands at harvest time. And it's all hands at harvest time. In hope and haste that the weather's fine, and in thankfulness that the land is kind. All hands at harvest time. All hands at harvest time. All hands at harvest time. There we go. So thank you, Terry, for letting me nick that. And now I shall, no, I make notes, you see, and sometimes they don't make sense to me later, and sometimes I just can't read my own writing because my handwriting's awful. My boss used to say, dear Aidan, he used to say my handwriting was like a drunken spider had fallen in the inkwell. Not great. Not great. So what that's supposed to be, I'm not sure, but never mind. We'll move on. I'm gonna have a peep at the at the comments here. Refreshing the screen has fixed the out of syncness. Excellent. Good. So that's the thing to do. Harvesting. Jane says we harvest from June to October. Green beans and blackberries and zucchini. Of course, your zucchini is what we call courgettes. Yes, my garden is all about the courgettes. And if you blink, a little fingerling that you think, oh, I'll have that in a salad tomorrow. It's a marrow. Don't take your eye off the courgette. You really can't. It's the rules. We have to have courgette with every meal at the moment, except breakfast. We let ourselves off breakfast. Right, there we go. I don't know if Karen's watching. She was talking about dehydrating apples earlier. That's it. I said I was all about eggs, courgettes, and songs and fiddle tunes right now here. And I think she said apples and cucumbers and apples and apples and apples and some apples, which is good. Yeah, dehydrating apples, because apple rings are lovely. I love the chewy texture of dried apple. But dried cucumber would sort of leave just a ghost of a flavour in the air and not be very nutritious at all, I fear. So, yeah, maybe not that. Maybe not that. Well, what do you get if you dehydrate cucumber? Cucumber ghost. Right. What am I singing next? Oh, this one. There we go. Swig of water first. Okay, this is my preemptive replacement glass. I saw it in the charity shop and thought, that's nice. I think I used to have one of those. I'll buy it. It was £2. Brought it home. The following day, the cat broke another glass. So it's like, ha ha, I've already replaced it. There we go. Cassandra in a charity shop. Okay, what am I going to do now? I'm going to do this one. Coming into the home straight now. So, a song about coming home. Cucumber Ghost could be a song title, says Jane. Yes, yeah, Cucumber Ghost. There you go. Well, you can have Cucumber Ghost. I don't think I'm going to write that one. Pauline, lovely to see you there. Okay. You see the lights and you're home, where the door will open to you. The footsteps on the path are all your own, and the silence broken by you. And while the last of day fades dark above the tree line, blindfold you will find your way, and the songs that greet you will be mine. You see the lights and you're home, lay down that heavy heart now. You don't have to carry it on your own, trust is hard if you never learned how. And when the night wraps you round, lay down, the daytime's grieving. You've reached the place you were bound. I have no plans for leaving. I'll be bringing you home, bringing you home, bringing you home, love. Bringing you home, bringing you home, bringing you home. I'll be singing you home, singing you home, singing you home, love. I'll be singing you home, singing you home, singing you home. you home. You see the lights and you're home. I lit the lanterns for you. This light, this song, your very own. And I am waiting for you. And though the last dark day has faded through the tree line, I know you will find your way. And the arms that greet you will be mine. You see the lights, oh, you see the lights, and you see the lights. You see the lights and you're home. You see the lights, oh, you see the lights, and you see the lights. You see the lights, you see the lights and you're home. You see the lights, you see the lights. You see the lights and you're home. You see the lights, you see the lights. You see the lights, you see the lights and you're home. You see the lights, you see the lights. You see the lights, you see the lights and you're home. You see the lights, you see the lights. You see the lights, you see the lights and you're home. Okay. I remember doing that one in a convention, and it was new to everybody there pretty much, and they still joined in on the chorus, and we had harmonies and harmonies building on harmonies, and it was festival ending. Oh, Lauren, I kind of want to hug you as well. I would love so much, yeah, to hug so many of you, and distance is it's a real bummer, isn't it? Thank you. Okay, well, we are on the home straight now. Yes, but I have a thing to show you. And I'll pop the guitar there for a moment. So I had a sort of an accidental harvest. And while I was putting these songs together and thinking, you know, what's the theme, what I want to do, I knew I wanted kindly songs, gentle songs. I know I've probably made you cry, and I'm sorry for that, but sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that's part of the comfort, you know, you need to have a bit of a good cry. Anyhow, and I was doing things in the garden, as one does, and I realised I had all these harvesty songs. Now, we did No Mow May here. So the lawny bit in the middle, which isn't so much lawn as some grass. It's some grass, and you can sit on it and lie on it and put a table on it and have a picnic on it. It's not really a lawn, because that's, you know, that's a bit monoculture, and we don't want that. The edges of the garden, the edges got very big and the lawn got very small, shall we say. We really did No Mow May, and I think we did quite a lot of No Mow June as well. And given that the chickens had been around and about with their feed dish in different bits of the garden, it meant that, first of all, we had a lovely array of assorted wildflowers coming up that we hadn't expected here and there. It's like, oh, we've got this here, we've got that there, oh, what's this? Let's look it up, it's so-and-so. And also, we had little stands of wheat. So, for Lammas, I went and cut my little harvest. Now, this isn't the whole harvest. The whole harvest is about 7 or 8 times that, but that's there we go. Yeah, a few little things, ears of wheat there. And yeah, cut them, brought them in, and I shelled one of them by hand just to sort of see how much grain there was in an ear of wheat. Here's one I shelled earlier, and it's okay, it's that much. It's just that much. And one of those ears of wheat. It kind of made me think, because you need an awful lot of those ears of wheat standing up to give you enough to do something substantial with. I'm probably going to set about these with the rolling pin and see if I can mill them a little bit, because that would be fun and silly. Unless I just kind of go at it with a couple of stones and pretend they're a quern. My favourite little museum, it's the Wiltshire Wiltshire Museum down in Devizes. It's gorgeous. It's a little independent museum, and there's a lot of stuff there about Avebury and Stonehenge, and it's got little bits of everything. But in one particular room, they have, or they certainly had last time I was there, a big stone quern, and they've got some flour there, and it's on a kind of a mat, and you can put some grains of wheat in, and you turn the quern, and you turn the quern. And my goodness, when I used to go there with my kids, the quern was the thing. You know, we get to the room with the quern in, and there you go. You turn the quern, you mill the grain, and that's very nice. I'm just going to look at these pictures over here now. Okay, right, and I'd look at them when I come back. I'm just going to pop into the next room and have a look at the the stuffed birds. Yeah, and I'll be right back. And honestly, I think if I'd said, shall we do a day trip to go and mill some flour in a big stone quern, then the response would have been, yes, that's what we want to do. Hey ho. Right, what am I doing now? I'm singing an a cappella song. Having just shown you a little bit of my grain harvest. So this is a blessing that I wrote. This is one of my wartime farm songs. You may have heard this before. May your beasts go well and thrive. May your walls and roofs stand strong. May your well give water clear, and your days be long. May your bones not lack for strength. May your hearth not lack for flame. May your nights be full with rest, and your stores with grain. As the oldest songs are sung, and the oldest tales are told, and the year its promise keeps as the wheat turns gold, that the sun once more shall rise, that the rain once more shall fall, and by the grace and gift of both shall the wheat stand tall. A good harvest and a bright and happy Lammastide to you all. Okay, and now we've reached the last song on my set list. And I've been having a ball up here. I've burbled and yattered and remembered things that I'd forgotten and forgotten things that I'd remembered, and possibly made a little sense at times and possibly not at other times. And I'm going to just have a little quick look through the comments here in case I've missed something vital, like a vital question. Then lots of ears to make a loaf of bread. Yes, Jerry Lynn. Oh, yes, you're right. Mortar and pestle. That would be better than a rolling pin. Yes, definitely. Okay, well, of course, I've called this particular kitchen session Under a Circle of Stars. So that's the song I'll be finishing with. And just as Keepsake Day that I began with grew an extra little verse when I pulled it out to prepare it for an online concert a little while ago, Circle of Stars has grown an extra bit. There you go, a couple of years down the line. 4 years down the line, actually. Yeah, working through and find my mouth singing something else, and I go, oh, extra bit. I think it was Kate Eaton, This Was You, that made me think of some of the bits in the extra bit. The bits in the extra bit, the bits with the bits on. Right, I'm going to shut up and sing now. My huge thanks to... No, I'm not going to do the thanks, aren't I? I'm going to burble a little bit more, and then I'll sing the last song, and then I'll go away. Thank you all very much for coming and listening and watching and commenting, and I will read the whole thread thoroughly in a little bit, and put in replies and stuff where I can. Thank you for keeping me company. Thank you for coming back to this with me after a long, hard year and some away. I know lots of us have struggled in lots of ways. We're all a little bit older. Some of us are a little bit sadder. Some of us may be a little bit wiser. I don't know. I can play things on the fiddle I couldn't play a year ago. Does that count? But some things, some things you leave behind and other things you can come back to. And I'm really, really glad to have been able to come back to the kitchen sessions. And I hope this will be the first of a whole nother series. The rest of them, of course, are up on YouTube because the lovely Simon has put them there, and they have. He's even done it so that you can get to specific songs, rather you don't have to go all the way through and think, when did she sing so and so? When did she sing so and so? So he's put the timestamps in for you. So all my previous kitchen sessions now up on YouTube, and they're on the Talis Kimberley Kitchen Sessions channel, and there's a playlist within a channel within a, yeah. And the thing to ask you to do there, if you are so inclined, is to like and subscribe over on YouTube, and that will help me, because the way YouTube works is when you get more subscribers, they let you have more tools to do more clever things, and then we'll be able to do more clever things and sing more songs in more places for you. Meanwhile, I'm songwriting very steadily now. I am starting to get in some bookings for some lovely fun things to do. I am available for online and real life singing and doing musicy fun things, gigs, knitting shops. I've got a gig in a knitting shop coming on, and Simon's mimicking driving or dad dancing.
Oh, both probably.
Both probably. Okay. Right. What was I? I have no idea. Anyway, so I'll do the last song now. Yes, like and subscribe on YouTube if you would. That would be lovely. And I'll prep up another kitchen session before too long, and see you here. See you somewhere else. If you would like to make a live thing happen, talk to me. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Peter. Yes, that's the channel. All growth counts. I like that, Jerry Lynn. Yes, all growth counts. Yes. Now this is another little blessing song. It's a bit of a theme, which is why I thought tonight would be nice to have a whole lot of kindly, gentle songs lined up in my head. I have, well, I'm not on paper because I am a person of lists, as you know. I have the idea of a kitchen session that's full of shanties, because I have shanties about things you wouldn't expect to have shanties about. And also the idea of a kitchen session that's all songs from one particular year. This Was the Year is the name of a song, and this was the year 2017 is likely to be a kitchen session that I do fairly soon, because it gives me the opportunity to go, those are the songs I wrote during that period. Well, that one and that one and that one and that one, I know work, I sing those. That one, never found a tune to it, let's have a look. That one, did it once, kind of needs tweaking, let's have a look. Because I really enjoy the process of pulling a song apart and putting it back together better, figuring it out why a thing doesn't work, turning it inside out, finding a better tune. I love that bit. So yes, I might even take guesses for what years I'll do after 2017. And now I really will shut up. Thank you so much for bearing with my burble and for being here. And I hope you have a pleasant and restful and gentle rest of the evening, week, month, year, life. And it's a lot to hope for, but, you know, hang on to each other. Be kind. And may there be light enough, may there be warmth enough, ever and always, wherever you are. May there be water that's sweet, cold and plentiful under your circle of stars. May there be blankets and arms to encircle you. May there be gentleness when there are tears. May there be places to lay down and rest a while, and solace for all of your fears. May there be laughter and wonder and tenderness, bread for your supper and a pot for your tea. Just enough plenty to make your path clear to the person you're called on to be. May there be light enough, may there be warmth enough, ever and always, wherever you are. May there be water that's sweet, cold and plentiful under your circle of stars. May you have places of solace and certainty, courage to speak and the right words to say, help when it's wanted and confidence seeking it. and sleep at the end of the day. May there be light enough, may there be warmth enough, ever and always, wherever you are. All that you need for a lifetime of journeying under your circle of stars. May there be light enough, may there be warmth enough, ever and always, wherever you are. May there be water that's sweet, cold and plentiful under your circle of stars. And may there be better days, may there be better days under our circle of stars. Thank you. Good night. I'll see you soon.